NIRF, and with respect to entrepreneurs, we have a startup. So based on that, our college is planning to train the students to be a good entrepreneur, to be a good job seeker, to be a good administrator, to be a good personality in the society. Based on that, we are having a various clubs and other activities. Today, this um, entrepreneur cell is going to have a workshop on skill development to be an entrepreneur. When you talk about this, to be a good entrepreneur, we should have a good attitude and we should have a good behavior. So all the people could not be entrepreneur. The few only can be an entrepreneur, for which they have to train from the at the college level itself. So keeping in that mind, we have started this club. Definitely in near future, this will be helpful for the students to gain knowledge on various entrepreneurship. Like today, we have a very good speaker, and he is going to elaborate about the concept as a workshop, so that it will be very helpful for the students. With these few words, once again, I like to congratulate the team consisting of Prem Kumar, Prasad, Prashant Jyoti, and others for making this workshop to be effective. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I now take the privilege in invite introducing our chief guest of the day, Dr. M. Ramanan, sir, who is an eminent adjunct professor in banking, finance, insurance, entrepreneurship, business laws, etc. This etc. means he has done so many things which cannot be listed in a short period of time. Yet, to make it short, I would like to list out a few. He has attended more than 20 national and international webinars, conferences with his most valuable lectures. He has been a part of many industries and banks such as the Industrial Development Bank of India, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, and so on. And since 1976, he has trained and taught subjects like finance, foreign exchange, business laws to several students of other universities in Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, Tiruchi, Singapore, Srinagar, Kanchipuram, and many. He has also been a corporate director for companies like TVS Motors, Achi Masala, Jindal Solar Private Limited, and so on. And the most significant of his achievements is the doctorates that he has bagged in financial management, management science, and micro enterprises management. With his abound knowledge, he has published several books, more than 200 articles and journals in several conferences. Though he has been a chief guest to our college, he being here again would leave us with a memorable experience. I extend my hearty welcome, sir. The online platform is all yours, sir.
Thank you, Pratyusha.
Thank you, sir.
I sincerely thank the chairman, the board of trustees, and the respected principal, Dr. Santosh Babu of DG Vaishnava College, for inaugurating this most important conference organized by the Institution Innovation Cell Council on the subject of promotion of entrepreneurship among the students of the DG Vaishnava College in particular, which is gaining a lot of importance nowadays. As it was mentioned in the first thing, I was appointed as a member of one of the 20 members of the startup club by the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion of the Government of India, which has introduced a seed capital scheme. This is the latest development because I wanted to share. This is a platform where I am sharing for the first time that seed capital fund is available to all the entrepreneurs. So no more you can have the grouse, sir, I don't have money. If I have money, I would have done wonderful things. What is required is only attitude and the skills and the proper behavioral development. So this particular webinar addresses the most important issue which is faced by the entrepreneur of the development of proper skills, proper attitude, and proper behavior towards entrepreneurship. Many people tell me when I meet them, sir, what is a good project? Can you suggest a good project? I have been training entrepreneurs since 1972, when most of you would not have been born also. In IDBI, with the institution, the World Bank, we started the Investor Guidance Bureau, IGB. We started in 1970 itself. So entrepreneurship is not a new concept. It's an age-old concept. There have been a lot of entrepreneurs. I come from a place called Karaikudi. It is called Chettinadu in Tamil. Or your own college is promoted by people from Gujarat. I was in Gujarat also for 10 years. Both Gujarat and my native place Chettinadu have a lot of things in common. The most important common factor is entrepreneurship. Given an opportunity, they would like to be a job provider rather than a job seeker. It is a culture of both Gujarat as well as some parts of Tamil Nadu, like southern Tamil Nadu in particular, the Tirunelveli, the Thoothukudi, the Chettinadu belt. See, in Tamil there is a proverb, Thirai Kadal Odiyam, Thiraviyam Thedu. Go across the oceans, earn money, earn wealth. Thiraviyam means wealth. See, our Chettiars and other people have gone to Malaysia, Singapore, Ceylon, now it is called Sri Lanka, Burma, Myanmar, and all that various countries. They established their industrial activities, they established their business, though they come from a remote part of Tamil Nadu. In those days, there was no aircraft, direct flight was not there. They had to go to Calcutta, board the ship for taking them to Rangoon, the capital of Myanmar. And at one point of time, they were doing business. More than 50% of GDP of Myanmar was in the hands of our Tamil Chettiars. So entrepreneurship is not a new concept. But what has happened is, in the last 100 years or so, we have forgotten that particular concept. We have forgotten that concept. We tend to become employees rather than employers. We want to be in the comfort zone. We want to be in the comfort zone. I want to enjoy life on Saturday and Sunday. I don't want to take risk. I will better serve in an IT company. So everyone thinks I will go to US. I will amass wealth. I lead a very happy life. I am not telling it is a wrong concept. There is nothing wrong in trying to be happy. After all, in life you cannot be always sorrow. But you should always take challenges. You should always take challenges. And the first attitude is, you should be able to take challenges. I have listed the several skills. Can the mic be put off by those who are... can you please put off the... unmute the mic? I find a lot of noise. Hello?
Others, unmute the mic.
I request those who are attending the program to kindly mute their... Please move to our mic so that there is no disturbance while talking. Okay, thank you. So as I was telling to you, the first basic attitude is challenge. Okay, why I cannot be an employer? Why I should apply for a job and send my resume? You know, in HR management, I teach HR management in various colleges, Loyola College and other colleges also, in the where I am working now, in the Deen Dayal Institute of Management at Kanchipuram, which is devoted to rural entrepreneurship. We don't admit any student from city area. All my students have studied in Tamil medium or Telugu medium. They are all only graduates with the third class. They are not first class. My criteria is they should not have got first class. They should not have studied in English medium. They should not come from an entrepreneur and business family. If they are coming from a business family, sorry, no seat for you. This is run by Banaras Hindu University called Deen Dayal Institute of Management in a village called Nemili. I am the director. When this offer was made to me, my age was 71. Okay, my age was 71. So they asked me, will you be able to take this challenge? I told them yes. Why not? So far, I had trained entrepreneurs who are coming from business background, those who are college students, who are born with a silver spoon, who have studied English medium. Why don't I try with the rural entrepreneurs? There's a National Institute of Rural Entrepreneurship in Hyderabad. So they gave the idea to us. Why not in Tamil Nadu, in a village, you start a rural entrepreneurship institute, which is offering MBA in rural entrepreneurship affiliated to Banaras Hindu University. So the students, as I told you, the basic qualification is they should not be postgraduates, they should be only graduates. Okay? They should have studied in local medium, Tamil or Telugu or Kannada, like that. And they should not belong to very rich people family and all that. Say the average earning about say 30,000-40,000 rupees per month, less than 5 lakhs per month, per year, from those families only. Here, the total education is free. That's a very important factor. We admit only 20 students. I am not giving publicity for my college. This is not the forum for that. You can get everything from the website. My point of what I wanted to stress is, we think entrepreneurship is only for those who are coming with a family background. The first question we ask is, are entrepreneurs made or born? A very pattimandram like topic. Are entrepreneurs born or made? பிறப்பால் அவர்கள் தொழில் முனைவர்களா அல்லது பயிற்சியால் தொழில் முனைவர்களா? பிறப்பாலா பயிற்சியாலா என்ற கேள்விக்கு when we ask the question, is it due to birth in a business family or is it due to training? Can we make entrepreneurs? The question is, though the family background does help the entrepreneur, and many of them they scale up their activity. I was in Achi Masala. It was started by Mr. Isaac with a hardly capital of 2 lakhs, with a turnover of just 2 crores. Today it is 2,000 crores. So naturally his sons and the team of workers have increased the turnover and increased the product range and everything. So, but the seed was thrown by Mr. Isaac. So here you find the entrepreneur is developing a big tree for the future. Whereas if you take up a job, you cannot give your job to your son or your daughter. See, all of you are young people. You will get married soon, or those who are already married, they will have children. What is the asset you are going to create for your own family? Not the fixed deposit in banks, not the flat or somewhere, or not jewelry. You develop an industry and hand it over to them. They will make 100 crores turnover company into 1,000 crores, into 10,000 crores. India is emerging as the third largest economy in the world. We are having all the skills. Our scientists, our technologists are working all over the world. Then why there is some sort of hesitation to start an entrepreneur? Why should not the colleges become the entrepreneurial centers, hubs, rather than placement centers? So when an advertisement is given for placement, I always tell the college management, okay, you take credit for getting students very good job in IT companies. I am not denying that. But at the same time, you say, how many of your alumni are entrepreneurs? How many of your alumni are entrepreneurs? In VIT, I am a professor of emeritus professor, VIT University. More than 20% of the alumni are entrepreneurs. They are not employees. And a question is asked, what is the age for an entrepreneur? At what age he should start? Age is not at all a criterion. KFC, you know very well, it was started by the promoter when he was 65-year-old. Actually, I know so many companies which have been started by those who are 70 years old, 75 years old and all that. So age is not the criterion, it's a mental attitude. You feel young. Every day you feel young. Don't feel you are old or something like that. As I told you, I'm 70 plus. I never think I'm an old person or something. I always take the challenges, and this particular institute, which was started 2 years ago, has already developed 10 entrepreneurs. The advantage is, as I told you, there is no school fee, there is no college fees, hostel is free, everyone is given a stipend of 2,000 rupees for their personal expenditure. After 2 years of the MBA program, they start an industry or an enterprise with bank finance is arranged, and 10 of my students have become entrepreneurs and 10 are on the way, and the first batch out of 20. The second batch is going on. It's an experiment in entrepreneurship. Actually speaking, the World Bank came and studied the entrepreneurial model happening in our institute, and it's one of the unique institutes which does not talk about placement. We don't talk about placement. If somebody wants to take a placement, okay, he can do it on his own. We are not preventing somebody to take a job. Better to take a job in the beginning. Say get skill development for 3 to 4 years. For example, I have written the entrepreneurial skill. First skill is business management skills. Business management skills can be developed by attending MBA program or by attending workshops, webinars like this. Okay. You can get the skills, but nothing like getting hands-on skills. You join an enterprise, work there, slog there, don't bother about salary and all that. If you want to become an entrepreneur, don't bother about the salary. Say they are offering you only a few thousand rupees. Okay, no problem. You know, I was in Gujarat. In many of the Gujarati families, though they are having very big enterprises, their son or daughter will not be getting training to become in future as a to take over the business in their own company. They send it to some other company because in their own company they will be given lot of respect and all that. Nobody will be coming close to them. No, he's the owner. How I can talk to him? The employee will think. He will not understand business. So business management skills have to be developed by working in an enterprise. Today, you know what is an enterprise? Already the MSME, the definitions are come. I am not going deep into that. So enterprise is both trade and manufacturing activity, service activity as well as trade. So always think about how I can be an entrepreneur. The entrepreneur word comes from enterprise. Okay. Now our ministry is also called MSME ministry, micro, small and medium enterprises. So 98% of the enterprises in India are MSMEs. And the government is promoting everyday MSMEs. There are so many organizations like MSME Development Institute for providing you the project ideas. Then you have got the SIDBI where I was working, the Small Industries Development Bank of India, which has been set up only for that purpose. You visit all these sites. You browse. Whenever you are having time, go to the Google and put MSME DI, SIDBI. Then you have got the TCO in Tamil Nadu called ITCOT, Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization. You see what they are doing.
Okay.
So what will happen is, if you go across all these websites, you will get a lot of business management skills. Business management skills can be developed. Business management skills can be developed by attending formal programs as well as informal programs. What I wanted to stress. And today, there are so many agencies to provide you business management skills, which are offering free of cost. I tell my students, you attend the programs organized by CII, MSME Institute, go on seeing the newspapers. Go on seeing the newspapers. You will come to know whatever, because to be an entrepreneur, the first skill is the business management skill. Then second one is teamwork and leadership skill. You know very well, you in an organization, you are in a team. You are a member of the team. We should always think like a cricket team. You should not think as an individual. Because an organization is made by several people contributing to the growth of the organization. You may be the leader, or you may be in the middle tier, you may be in the lower level of management, hierarchy management. It doesn't matter. You are part of the team. So develop the leadership skills by attending, once again, the programs what I mentioned to you, by attending some short-term programs on leadership development which are being organized by Ramakrishna Mission, organized by Chinmaya Mission. After all, our Bhagavad Gita is a very good example of the leadership skill, how to promote. There is a YouTube on Bhagavad Gita. So you develop the skills. And as I told you, once again, you join a small enterprise. I always tell my students, because I have been in the industry for last 50 years and teaching for more than 30 years. I happen to be in the IDBI Bank as well as SIDBI and Bank of India. I was heading two banks as CEO in Gujarat and Maharashtra, two small finance banks. Now I am with the Sikkim State Cooperative Bank as a director in charge of the bank. It is in Sikkim. I am in Tamil Nadu. I am in Chennai. Where is Sikkim? Sikkim is in Gangtok. How do you do that? The meetings are held once in a month only. Mostly we are talking over the online. So every day the proposal comes to me for sanction and all that. I tell them, okay, go ahead. Because Sikkim being a special state, special category state, whoever wants to set up an industry, we encourage them. Because there are not many entrepreneurs. But the situation is changing there. Situation is changing there in northeastern region. It is becoming more entrepreneur oriented. Okay. Then the third one is the customer service skills. Once again, the customer service skills, you can attend a formal program, but I would put it, the informal programs, the customer service is very, very important. For example, I'll just quote an instance what happened to me when I was the director of finance of Achi Masala for 5 years. One day, one person from airport, he contacted me from the Chennai airport, Madras airport. He's a Japanese gentleman. He wanted to know whether he can get immediately 1 ton of chili powder to carry along with him. The flight was in the evening sometime at 6 o'clock. He telephoned in the morning around 11 o'clock. 1 ton he needs. And he wanted to be delivered in the hotel where he was staying, in some Taj Coromandel or some Chola or somewhere he was staying. So I am not the person dealing with the marketing. You know, as I told you, I was a director of finance. But in an organization, what we always see is you should be having multitasker. You should never say that this job does not pertain to me. Then you are not an entrepreneur. If you think this job does not pertain to me, you are not only an entrepreneur, you are not fit to work in that company. Every job, everyone has to do. There is no question of any compartmentalization of work and all that. Nobody is going to say that why you are entering my work, you manage your work. Not like that. So customer service skills, even though I am not in the customer relationship management team, so immediately contacted the production manager. I told him there is a reference and the gentleman wants, he's a Japanese citizen, he's taking the flight in the evening. So it has to be delivered in his hotel. So how he has to be delivered? So we made the packing, export packings are there. Then it was given to him around 2 o'clock. There's a security check, you know, that in the airport. So naturally, you have to get the permission from the cargo nearby, because he was not aware of that. He cannot take that packet along with him to the aircraft. Nobody will allow him. The security will stop him. So we have to get the pass immediately, pack it before them and get it sealed so that he doesn't face any problem. It goes as a cargo. He need not bother about the safety or clearance. You know, nowadays because of the COVID and all that, there are so many checks on the airport. The person has to undergo the RT-PCR test on arrival, on boarding the flight. You go to Dubai, 6 times you have to undergo the RT-PCR test. Every place you have to pay 4,000, 5,000. Because already once again Omicron is, the scare is going on. So naturally all airports have been advised to that, so that the passengers who are coming there, they are tested negative for the COVID-19, that one. So it is become customer service skills is very important part of an entrepreneur. And hello. The fourth one is the financial skills. We always say the financial skills are important, even though you might not done BBA or MBA and all that. But you, as I told you, you should know the basics of finance. I conduct a program, finance for non-finance executives. On behalf of CII and PICI, I always do the program. It's a one-day program. Some basics. What is debt? What is equity? How the banks are giving loans? What are the things they look for? What is meant by mortgage? What is meant by hypothecation? What is called term loan? What is called cash credit? Because tomorrow you go to the bank for taking loan, they will be using all kinds of jargons used in finance. So the financial skills, they play an important role. Here again, I would like to quote an incident from my own experience. Some 4 engineers from IDBI, they quit their job, they became entrepreneurs. Welcome sign. They are quitting the job, they are becoming entrepreneurs. They are manufacturing LPG cylinders, which is in great demand, you know that, LPG cylinders. Now there is not much of demand. I am talking of 10 years and all that. You have to wait for 1 year to get a booking. Now you go to the Indian or any company, immediately you get a cylinder. Okay, there's not much of problem. I am just talking some 10-15 years ago. These people started the factory in Gumidipundi Industrial Estate, financed by IDBI. Got the seed capital also. Seed capital is for the money you have to bring. For every project, the banks insist at least 25% of the cost of the project should come from the entrepreneur. That's called margin money. Suppose you are starting a project, the project cost, land, building, machinery, working capital, everything put together, let us say it's about 100 lakhs. I'm just quoting an example. 25 lakhs you have to bring. From where you can bring 25 lakhs? Even if you are having 25 lakhs, you should not put it in that business. I'm telling you. Sir, I'm having 25 lakhs, sir. Why should I take from others? Better you take seed capital funding from the State Bank of India, SIDBI and all that, so that you will have the commitment to repay. See, when you borrow, you develop the commitment to repay. If it is your own money, you will not have the commitment. When you borrow, immediately you will have the commitment. Oh, this money I have to repay. Okay? Like you join the college. Why you should join a regular college, not a distance education, like DG Vaishnava College, known for high discipline, punctuality. When the assignment is given, it has to be given in time. When you have to attend a program, you have to attend that program. So that kind of discipline builds, more than the education, it's a discipline which makes you to success in the future. You remember not now. Your stay in DG Vaishnava, you remember after 5 years, oh, what kind of discipline I developed. Okay. So the financial skills, they occupy an important skill development program. So then analytical and problem solving skills. We give some problems. For example, the COVID came, you know that many of the units were closed. They have to repay loan to the bank, they have to pay interest to the bank, they have to pay to their salary to their employees. More than 50% of the small enterprises having turnover up to 5 lakhs. I am talking of very, very small, tiny. They are called tiny enterprises. We conducted a study in Tamil Nadu. I was one of the team members. The study was conducted by IIM Bangalore. I was associated with the study. For one district, I took the responsibility, the Trichy district, because I happened to work in Bharat Heavy Electricals as General Manager Finance in Trichy. I know most of the Trichy units. So we shared among various districts, the districts in Tamil Nadu, 37 districts. So we did the study. We found many of them are not getting sufficient working capital. Whatever supply they have made, they have not got the payment from their buyers. Number one. They could not pay salary to their employees. They could not pay electricity charges. They could not service the bank loan and all that. Now, this is the problem. Now, how to solve that problem? Everyone faces the problem. My boss always used to tell me, don't enter my cabin with a problem. Come with a solution. May not be acceptable, but come with some solution. So the solution was given to them that there is a 20% additional bank loan given by the government of India. Why don't you take to tide over the immediate problem? Second thing is, we told them, you discount the bills. Why are you not discounting the bills you are raised on big buyers? You'll get the money by discounting immediately, by factoring. They were not aware of that. They were not aware of the so many facilities available. NSIC is doing, factoring is done by Can Bank, factoring is done by State Bank. Why don't you take that limit, number one? Then we told them, you tell the large buyers that if they don't pay within 90 days of your supply, they have to pay interest according to the act, government law. But they were telling, sir, we are not able to recover the money from our own buyers, so we are not paying to the small scale unit. That argument is not acceptable. Then you tell them, okay, you at least inform a bank that you are ready to pay, but you do not have money right now. The company involved was Maruti Udyog. Can you imagine? A company like Maruti Udyog, they were not paying to the small scale suppliers because they were telling that we are not able to sell cars because of the economy is in downturn, you know, the minus 9.5 GDP. But slowly the economy is recovering now. Things are improving. If you see the GST and all that, 1.5 lakh crores we are making every month. What is GST? The goods and services tax, the average about 8 to 9%. If 9% is about 1 lakh and all, then you can imagine what is 100%. So the GDP is expected to grow, say around 5 to 6% in the next year, the gross domestic product. So things are looking up. Things are not as bad as it was. So problem solving is, there are so many new financial products available in the market. Innovative financial products are there. You should have the innovative mind for them. That's why it is called industry innovation cell. Innovation is the heart of industry. Industry and innovation are two sides of the same coin. They are not different. If you are not innovative, you are not an industrialist. If you are an industrialist, you are an innovative person. Innovative means think of new solutions. Don't talk about problem. Try to find out some solutions. Solutions are always there for a problem. And strategic thinking and planning skills, this is more or less related to analytical only. You talk about strategic management. For example, one of the companies which I happen to be an advisor, I am not able to name the company for reasons of secrecy because I have signed the oath of secrecy. I will not reveal the name of the company. It is, I have to keep that confidentiality because I have taken an oath. That particular company is a company based in Gujarat. Okay, it's a company based in Gujarat. It is manufacturing from the sea water. You know, Gujarat has got a lot of sea water like Tamil Nadu. It is called brine, B-R-I-N-E, not B-R-A-I-N. From that they manufacture bromine. Bromine has got a lot of pharmaceutical applications. Those who know about bromine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, these are called halogen family. Bromine, chlorine, iodine are basics for pharma companies. Now, bromine we have been importing in the past. Bromine we have been importing in the past. Now, we need not import, we are manufacturing in our own country. But this particular company, which was started in near Mehsana, all of you know, is a place from where our Honorable Prime Minister hails from. Badnagar and all that are near that place. So it's a full of entrepreneurship. So I am a director of that company. So the promoter, he telephoned me, sir, they are facing working capital problem. It's a common grouse of all the entrepreneurs. So I told them that you try to bring some investors. You are having 100% equity. Why don't you sell your equity and bring some private equity parties to the company? You are not able to explore export market. It's a very wide export market. You are not able to get the export finance. So only if you build up your capital, equity, banks will give loan. That is called leveraging. You bring 1 rupee additional capital, banks will give 3 rupees, 1:3. You don't bring equity, you want to remain as a small company for all the time, you will be finished. Survival of the fittest. I told them bring in additional equity, which we arranged. A company which was doing only about 10 crores turnover 2 years back, during the COVID period, they did 100 crores turnover. So not all companies are facing the problem during that COVID period. After March 2020, there are so many companies which are doing better than them. For example, the stock market. You see the stock market, NSE and BSE, those who invested money in NSE and BSE, say before COVID, after COVID it has almost doubled. So the stock market is growing. There are so many companies which are registered higher turnover than what it was. So things are not the uniform for all. Some people may have problems. You should learn from those who have done such kind of strategic thinking, so that an entrepreneur should keep their mind open. Suppose there's a setback, you should not feel, no, I should close down the unit and go. 3 guys from Kerala, they started a leather unit in near Guruvayur. They invested 5 crores. IDBI gave 5 crores. So total cost is 10 crores. I was the GM of the IDBI office at Cochin. I'm talking 10 years ago. These 3 guys are technocrats. They had done MBA. They started a very good industry, the leather processing, like you have got in Ranipet, Vaniambadi and all that. Not many units are there in Kerala. So these guys, they started. After 3 months, one day I got a phone call from the security guard. Sir, the owners are not at all coming to the factory. Is remaining kept open. And I am worried about the safety. Then I rushed from Cochin, Ernakulam, to near Guruvayur, one called Manjinad, the name of the place. I moved there. I found nobody is there. I asked the security. He told me, sir, more than 3 months, nobody is coming here, no factory, no manufacturing is going on, no processing and all that. So all the machines were getting old. They were not getting used to that. Disuse of the machinery. So then I asked them why they are left. Why these entrepreneurs who started with their capital of 5 crores, where IDBI has given 5 crores, why did they leave? What was the reason? We gathered information. They got a job in Dubai. They got some job in Dubai. They felt there is no point in running this company in loss and all that. So they decided to leave. So this is not an entrepreneur attitude or the skill. An entrepreneur should always think tomorrow is brighter than today. He should face the setbacks. He should face the challenges. So these guys, they invested their hard-earned money for 5 crores and ran away. But institution, you know very well, if you open the newspaper, we advertise for sale. IDBI, banks and all that. They are auctioned, isn't it? You might have seen the newspapers. Sale auction, Yelam, in Tamil called Yelam. Now they are bought at a very low price from other companies. They run the company, they repay. When somebody else can run the company, you have invested 5 crores, they buy it for 1 crore because I am not getting any offer. Because for a Sikh company in India, there are not many buyers. So they are offering only 1 crore for the 5 crores worth company. And we give the company to them. And within no time, they make it profitable and run the company, take back their capital and do the turnover much higher than others. So why one person said there is no market, other person says there is a very good market. It's only the attitude, and he has developed the skill and attitude, they go together. Okay. The next one is the technical skills are very important nowadays. Slide, please. Slide. I'm not seeing. Technical skills are very important nowadays. Without the proper technical skills, you have to update all the time because the technology is fast changing. Particularly in every industry or enterprise, it is changing. You know, even in marketing, digital marketing has come, online marketing has come. So you should know how to operate all those online marketing agencies, how to establish relationship like Amazon. They are ready to market any product. Where your turnover for the company in Coimbatore making a turnover of 1 crore, after they entered into arrangement with Amazon, it is becoming 10 crore because you are known internationally. Amazon is an international organization. So your products are reaching all over the world. So the technical skills take advantage of the technology. Then time management and organization skills. We always say in management, time is the scarcest commodity available in the world. Please do not waste your time in going through unnecessary WhatsApp message and all that. As I told you in the beginning, only browse websites like SIRBI, like the Ministry of MSME, like the project profiles, Udyam Mitra, it is called one website, Udyam Mitra. So you browse those things and gain knowledge. And somebody is selling a plot in an industrial estate, you will come to know immediately buy that plot. You may start the industry after 10 years. On the 10 years, you will not get a plot. 2 days back, I addressed a Women Entrepreneurs Conference in Amet University, Anatur. All are women. I told all of them, even earlier, because this is a continuous program, there's a women industrial estate near Sri Perumbudur. I told them, go and book the plot. Don't bother about which factory you are going to start. Now you book the plot, then we can think of the project later. If you are going on thinking about the project, whether I should do, whether I should not do, your time is lost. You become old. That's all. To start, you need a place. Immediately book. That's all. We can think of the project, any project we can think of. There are millions of projects available. On the day, you will not get a place to start. Then branding, marketing, and networking skills. These are very important. Networking, I already mentioned about digital marketing and other areas. Branding and marketing. In one meeting, Mr. Padma Singh Isaac, the chairman and managing director of Achi Masala, he was asked a question. Sir, what made you to be an entrepreneur? He was working in a company called Godrej Soaps as a regional manager, getting 50,000 per month in the year 1970s up to 75. Okay. Say about, 95. When he was 40 years old. He was born in 1955. He gained experience, as I told you, about the networking, marketing, dealer network, everything he gained experience by working in a large company. He translated into action in starting the Achi Masala. He started with the brand, with the product, which is a home prepared item, homemade item. You know, sambar powder, rasam powder. These are all made by our grandma for the years together. We have been grinding in the flour and all that. So what are the advantages of buying these products over the conventional going to the flour mill and getting it ground and all that? You have to educate the customers. You have to educate the dealers. You have to offer free of cost. If you buy one, I'll give you one free. Even now that strategy is followed. So branding. We asked him, sir, when you say one gulab jamun mix, one free, you are selling for 25 rupees. The cost is coming to 35 rupees for 2 pouches of gulab jamun mix. You are selling it for 25 rupees. Can someone tell me from the audience, what was the strategy for this? Why did he do that? Someone from the audience? You can raise your hand and unmute. Anyone? Is my question clear? I'll repeat the question. Gulab jamun mix, you might have seen in the shop. You buy one, you get one free. Okay. The cost of making these 2 gulab jamun pouches to cause Achi by costing method, costing is done for every product, is 35 rupees. But the buyer, the customer pays only 25 rupees. So your cost of production, including marketing cost and everything, okay, is 35 rupees. But you are selling for 25 rupees. Why? I got some answer. But can somebody, is it possible to raise your voice so that I can hear you?
Sir, to attract customers, sir.
To attract customers. But was it a proper strategy to sell at a loss?
Yes, sir, why not, sir? To attract the customers in long term, they can bleed some money for now, no, sir.
So I would put it in a better word. You develop your brand. You are doing branding. The Achi brand is gaining more and more value. Today the Achi brand is worth 5,000 crores. He can sell to anyone in the world. There are people willing to buy. Within 1 second, the very swift the money is flowing. Within 1 second, money will come from US or Germany, equivalent of 5,000 crores today. The brand value is something, the intrinsic value we call it. What we call as the book value is enterprise value in finance. The brand value is very, very important. You are developing a brand. So next time he buys gulab jamun mix, the customer will buy only Achi gulab jamun mix. The reason is this, you may think it is a freebie. It is not a freebie. It is actually brand promotion expense. We don't call it as a loss or something. The 10 rupees, 25 rupees to 35 rupees is called brand promotion expense. The brand is getting valued. So the brand value goes up on the asset side. So it may be an expenditure in the balance sheet, those who know the profit and loss account. So the brand value goes up. First thing. Second thing is, in India, it's a customer's, the tendency to expect something free. For example, there was a flood in 2015. At the time, the CM announced every family will get 2,000 rupees as a relief. 2,000 is not a very big amount for a flood. Okay, you might have suffered several lakhs of rupees. Government is giving 2,000 rupees. People came in car, they collected the money. At the time, cash was given by the ration officers, not credited to our account. People came in their car and collected 2,000 rupees. It's a basic tendency witnessed not only in India, even in US, to expect some freebies and all that. So when you say you go to the shop, I want to buy a soap. I find a cover. Sir, you buy these 4 soaps of Margot. One is free, sir. We want only one soap. You are going to buy only one soap. But now you are buying 4 soaps because one is free. So the tendency, the customer behavior, the consumer behavior, we call it in finance, in MBA program, the consumer behavior is like that. So you develop your brand, you make the consumer loyal to your brand. In the process, your brand value goes up. Okay. Now, how to improve entrepreneurial skills? How to improve? I am taking, I think, another 10 minutes. We started around 11:15 or so. So I'll open the house for discussion after this. How to improve? Take a course. Now, somebody said about the entrepreneurial development cell started in our college. It's not a one-day program. Many colleges are having a 6 weeks program, continuous. IIT has announced 18 months program. Those who want admission, you contact me later. My number is with Mr. Prasad. You can contact me through WhatsApp. Okay. I will provide you the details of that IIT program. 18 months intensive duration. And you will get 30,000 rupees stipend per month. Of course, selection will be rigorous. But when you attend that program, you are 100% becoming an entrepreneur. Sir, I cannot spend the 18 months and all that. There's a program organized by Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust. I am a mentor. Mentor is very important in entrepreneurship. Mentor is a guide, hand-holding. So 6 weeks programs are there, 1 month program is there. Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India at Ahmedabad is conducting 2-year postgraduate diploma in entrepreneurship management. So how to improve? You will develop the skills, not by just talking for 1 hour. I think you will not develop the skills. Attend events and workshops. Very important, I told you. There are so many events and workshops. Seek out experienced mentors. As I told you, I am a mentor. I can say with pride, I have developed 100 entrepreneurs. I have got the details of all the 100 entrepreneurs. I have published a booklet also. They were all my entrepreneurs. Today, each one is doing 10 crores. One is doing 100 crores turnover. He left the job in an IT company and became an entrepreneur. I am the mentor of I was his mentor. I continue to be his mentor. There is no question of boss. I continue to be his mentor. So you find mentor, mentee. Mentee is an entrepreneur. Mentor, mentee interrelationship. It is just like, we are a fatherly figure. I guide my own son or daughter to become an entrepreneur. I extend that son-daughter concept to the whole world of entrepreneurs. So mentor, not only guiding his own children, the entire country. So that, as mentioned by the speaker, Deepa Madam, a lot of startups are there. Because we developed a lot of entrepreneurs, I was made as a startup member representing Tamil Nadu. So the startup, we are providing the necessary fund support, the project ideas, training, everything. Okay. Now, build all leadership skills, I already mentioned there. There are leadership training programs conducted and a lot of activities are there through which you can cultivate your leadership skills. You need not be a born leader. You can be a made leader. Learn how to manage finance. That already we discussed about that. Join TBI. TBI is Technology Business Incubator. Incubator is where they, on the prototype, start the industry, enterprise. Then they give it to you for further scaling up. It's just like a chicken, Just the hen has hatched the chicken, small worm. It becomes a chicken. It becomes a on the due date, isn't it? So just like incubation, how the hen is hatching the egg and converting it into a chick. Same thing. That is called incubation. So we develop through the incubator. Next slide, please. Next slide. So a study in Tamil Nadu shows TN more entrepreneurial oriented. We conducted a study, but unfortunately, it is happening only in big centers. Second slide, please. Second one. I'll just complete it within 5 minutes. Second one, next one. Influence of parental factors. Very important to develop the attitude. Most of the entrepreneurs, they face the problem with their parents. They come and tell me, sir, I wanted to become an entrepreneur. My parents are objecting, take up a job. Because I've been teaching in the business schools for more than 20 years. I've been the director of various business schools. They tell me, sir, I am willing to become an entrepreneur. But my parents and some others, relatives, they are telling, don't become an entrepreneur, you lose your money. They are the negative attitude. Unfortunately, in our country, we have got certain negative, wrong notions and all that. You have to dispel those wrong notions. That's why I told you it's a big challenge. Parents owning business, they encourage children, as I told you. But parents do not own business. 80% of the industries are family business in India. Only 20% are started by first generation entrepreneur. They face a lot of risk. They face a lot of challenge. But what is important is, yes, you have to develop an attitude, a positive attitude. I will develop this industry or an enterprise as a model one. I will be successful. You have to go on repeating that success mantra every day morning. Don't listen to pessimistic talks. Don't go through some TV serial and all that, which shows everything in the bad light. Surrounded by good people, surrounded by satsang. We say in Hinduism, satsang is very important. Those who talk always good things. Yes, you will prosper. Dirghayushman Bhava. Sarva Saubhagya Prapti Rastu. Like that, always bless people. Why you curse people? Don't curse them. Okay. Then inquisitive mind, very important. What is happening around me? From where I can get finance for this project? Ramanan sir told on the day he can get the startup fund. Let me note down his number in my diary, in my mobile. Immediately let me contact him, sir. What are the rules and regulations for that? You contact a person, immediately you write your diary. I have a habit of writing diary for the last 50 years. I want to know something, what happened in 2017. Okay. Immediately I go through that diary. One day it will be there, written there. On this day I contacted this person. On this day I went to DG Vaishnava College for giving a guest lecture. It is there 5 years ago I come to our college. I can give the date and everything. The principal might have changed, the faculty might have changed, but particular day I had gone there to deliver a lecture. It is there written there. So what happens is, this diary writing, reading the newspaper every day, particularly the financial dailies like Financial Express, Economic Times, very, very important. Then patience and perseverance, very, very important. I will stress it even 100 times. If you are not patient, பொறுமை கடலினும் பெரிது. In Tamil we say, patience is larger than the ocean. பொறுமை கடலினும் பெரிது. See, our own proverb says. And perseverance. Perseverance is you tolerate. Don't react. Immediately you get provoked by somebody. You will not be successful. Let them tell, no problem. You tell them that those who face the challenges, they only come up. You read the book written by Mr. Isaac Khan, Tolviye Rasiyungal, Vetriye Rusiyungal. He has written a book costing only 100 rupees. His own experience, how he started. Read the success stories of entrepreneurs. Don't read the failure also. Failure is a lesson to you. Success is a motivation for you. Okay. Don't waste time in watching movies and all that, and the particular actor and all that. This culture is more in Tamil Nadu. I tell my students, I was in Gujarat, I was in Maharashtra, I worked in Delhi, as somebody mentioned. There is no cinema moham like this, phobia. You worship the actors and all that. Foolish. They call it as foolish in North. There are much bigger actors there, you know that. Shah Rukh Khan and all, but nobody makes any hero worship and all that. Don't get tied up with the movie screens and all that. Remember that you have to lead the life. And those who face challenges are only able to do that. Then entrepreneurship behavior development, the third aspect of my session, a process that occurs over time. It is an endless process. Behavior development happens through the skills and attitude. Skills plus attitude constitutes the behavior development. Mushroom entrepreneurial behavior. So you always develop entrepreneur behavior in a group of entrepreneurs. There's an organization called the Indus Valley Entrepreneurs, TIE. You can become a member. Those who can afford, they are having a student membership. They are charging some 2,000 per year. But the advantage is you come into very big shots. They will help you to start an industry. They will give you free of cost idea. They will become mentor. You are joining a very big group of entrepreneurs, worldwide entrepreneurs. The World Entrepreneurship Forum, TIE, TIE. You can write down also. TIE, the Indus Valley Entrepreneurs. It is there in Chennai IIT. You see the website, you will get all the details. Become a member. What is wrong in spending some 2,000 rupees to become an entrepreneur? Is it a very big amount I cannot afford? Today, you go to the restaurant, you are spending 2,000 with no use. Then, entrepreneurial traits. What are the basic traits? First, there is risk attitude. Life is full of risk. Even if you take a job, I tell my students, you are facing risk. What is assurance you will be continued in job? You may be asked to leave after some time. You may be asked to leave. Or they will give you some performance target which you cannot achieve. They will force you to leave. We conducted a study in TCS. About 10,000 employees were interviewed by a questionnaire. It was done at the instance of Government of India. None of them is having happiness. Nobody is having job satisfaction. Zero. The study is there, the website, Hevit, conducted by an agency called Hevit. Nobody is happy. Don't think that if you get a job, you are going to be very safe and secure. Those days are gone. When I took up the job in 1972, yes, permanent job, pension, everything. But today, no pension, nothing. If the employer does not like you, you can check out within 1 month's notice. Today, things are different. So, entrepreneurial goals, set goals, very, very important. So, with this, I open the house for discussion for question and answer on skills, attitude, behavioral development, and anything related to entrepreneurship development from experience, from the experience of others. I'll be able to share with you, and I can share with you the details you can always get from Dr. Prasad, who is a coordinator for this program, who has been interacting with me. So within 1 hour, what I could do. Any questions, please? Please feel free to ask.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Anshuman. Yeah, I have a question. Like, so there are startups whose ideas aren't patentable, nor they offer unique user experience, nor they have identified an isolated market space. So, on what grounds does an investment bank fund them for a seed capital, sir?
Yeah. Good question. Santosh Babu, what's your name? Sorry?
Anshuman, sir.
Anshuman, yes, a very good question. See, for a startup funding, is not like funding an established or a well-known process-oriented item. There are 17 sources of finance. Actually, types of finance I have not covered here because of the paucity of time. There are 17 sources of finance. The startup funding which we have started in Government of India is for those who are in the conceptual stage, not even talking to the next step. You are talking about people who have started. How do you give loan like that? We are not like a commercial bank, which gives only to tested projects who are giving security, the conventional method of lending. We are not a conventional lender. First question is, we are not a lender. A lender always considers you as a borrower who has to repay. The borrower-lender relationship is a lender, for example, a commercial bank, State Bank of India, or any bank, considers you as a borrower. Borrower is one who has to pay them interest and all that. Whereas in startup funding, the whole concept is we take risk. The venture may not be successful or may be successful. We put in so many things inside which will make it successful. So when you bring the concept, we tell them you redesign the concept in such a way that will appeal to the investor. So you'll be surprised to note India is the third largest startup country in the world today. Some 5 years back, we were lagging behind because of ease of doing business, our ecosystem, everything has improved. Today, the focus by the government is on startups or entrepreneurial activity, both in manufacturing and service sector. And after this government came, we have a Mudra scheme. Up to 10 lakhs, no collateral security. Now they are going to make it 20 lakhs. So you need not even go to the bank for getting funding. Of course, they will fund up to 7.5 lakhs. You have to bring 2.5 lakhs. Out of the 2.5 lakhs, suppose it is 10 lakhs, let us say, small project. Out of 2.5 lakhs, we are prepared to give 1 lakh to you. 1 lakh given by the startup Government of India equity fund. So you have to bring only another 1.5 lakhs. So investment is coming not by the conventional route here. So investments are not considered from the conventional angles. I go to the various ratio analysis, debt service coverage ratio and all that. When I do that, there are crowdfunding available. There are also investors called angel investors are there who are prepared to take risk. But what they will do is, when you become successful, that is the question. Today, they will not come to invest in your project. When your project is very successful, the market will come to know, then they will try to take away your shares at a low price. Say, okay, I will invest in your company shares for 10 rupees, I will give 100 rupees. You will be tempted, but they will go for public issue for 1,000 rupees. It happened in Zomato. Zomato is a loss-making company. It's not making profit. How a loss-making company whose public issue was oversubscribed several times, and the shares are quoted at a premium even today in the stock market. So it is defying all the logic, isn't it? It is defying the logic. So the investment was made by those who took the shares of Zomato when it was a loss-making company. 10 rupees share, they took it at 3 rupees. Today they are getting 3,000 rupees. Don't think all investors are like banks. Banks have got lot of problem. I was in the bank. We have to write proposal, we have to think about security, we have to think of recovery and all that. Normally an investor does not bother about recovery. The investor, he bothers whether the project will be technically feasible and economically viable. That's all. Once you are able to convince them, then the investor, he doesn't bother about whether you are a new one, whether you are a starter, whether you have got experience in the line, whether you are only concept. They are coming in the concept stage, not even in the project business plan. Madam mentioned about business plan. Business plan comes in the next stage after you decide about the project. The concept stage we are funding. So today things are taking a new change, and very shortly we expect the budget, some more funds will be allocated, so that this entrepreneurship is getting more pronounced in the colleges and all that. Okay. Are you satisfied with the answer? Anshuman?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay.
So actually, one more thing I wanted to ask you: do you feel in this bull run, at the moment market correction, do you feel IPOs are actually more like a cesspool where they trap investors? Because if you see with Star Life Insurance, which is backed by Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, so was Metro Footwear, and as you mentioned, Zomato, it listed at a premium, but same thing when you look at Star Life Insurance and other things, they're listing at a discount. So do you think after making it as an IPO, after getting a better price on the valuation, they just try to liquidate and trap the investors because they are the buyers? Because stock market is completely based on demand and supply model.
Good question. But this session is on entrepreneurial attitude, skill development. I also take about investment management. I am the resource person for SEBI. I address the Tamil Nadu Investors Association. Every Sunday we have a meeting at some center. You can join our WhatsApp group. See, it's a question of, as you rightly mentioned, some are going at a premium, some are going at a discount. Is the valuation very high? Somebody asked the SEBI chairman, sir, why did he clear the prospectus of Star Insurance and all these companies which are going at a discount? My dear friend, if you read the prospectus, the decision has to be taken by the investor keeping in view the market risk. Now LIC is coming with a public issue. Everybody says LIC, if you invest, it will go at a premium. Star Insurance did not go at a premium. You said about Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and all that, though we don't want to compare them. But we always tell maybe the premium they held was little higher than what the market perceived. If you see the research articles published by HDFC Bank, the ICICI and all that, before the public issue of Star Insurance, they advise investors not to invest. There is an equity research team if you can get the Kotak research and all that. I am not talking about investment management, it's out of the track here. But since you raised the question, I am answering. First of all, you read the research articles. Number two, you are taking a calculated risk. Why you invest in that IPO only? There are so many IPOs coming up. There are so many companies lined up. So you wait, or you, to start with, don't go to the IPO market and all that. If you are having some fear and all that, go with the secondary market. Don't go with the primary market in the beginning. Primary market, yes, risky. Earlier time, out of 10 IPOs, almost 9 were starting at a price lower than the quoted price, issue price. Less than the issue price. The debut price was much lesser than it has happened. But now only 4 out of 10. Now 2 years back, if you see the research, 9 out of 10 were quoting at a less than issue price. Today only 4 are quoting less than the issue price. Things are improving. That is why we always say the investor education is very, very important. Investors have to be educated. Even now you find people are being fancy interest rates, 24% we are offering, 30% we are offering. Lot of advertisements are coming. People invest in those fly-by-night operators, that kind of investment where they are not sure about the recovery, Sahara and all that. There are so many people who are cheating. No, it is happening in the cheat funds. It is happening. It is happening in the unofficial market. But despite all these things, the investor has to be very careful. After all, the hard-earned money, and you should know before investing what are the risks involved in that. So, in such case, though it is not pertinent to talk here, but as far as the startups and the investors are concerned, if I look back in my 50 years of journey, I would say there has been a substantial improvement. People opting for jobs, people opting to be entrepreneurs. Suppose make two sets. People opting for jobs used to be 99%. People willing to become entrepreneurs, hardly anybody. When I did my MBA from IIM, Calcutta. But today, the situation is changing. 10% they want to be an entrepreneur. 90% still they prefer. I am the Activity Secretary for the IIM Calcutta. Out of my about 50,000 members I am having, 45,000 people are working in the company in top positions, management. Only 5,000 persons are becoming entrepreneurs. That means 10%. 50,000, 5,000 is 10%, isn't it? But the number is increasing. If I draw a graph, it is increasing. And because of the ecosystem, the startup fund, the first question there was, the banks are the only funders. Now things have changed. People do not look at the bank finance as a source of finance. It is coming at the later stage. Today there are so many angel investors, crowdfunding. There are foreign investors are coming to India to say venture capital funds. So today the avenues are large. Only thing is you should have a sound project. You should have a very good project. Then you should be able to convince the investor. That is very important. If whoever investor, whether it's a bank or a non-banking finance company or a private equity investor, you should have the very good communication skill. I always tell. I mentioned also in the skill. You should always update your knowledge. What is happening around you? For example, the startup fund we have started, I am a member. You know, not even a single person has taken from Tamil Nadu. There are already 100 people are taken in Delhi. How did they come to know about it? We are late. Because here the thing is, people are afraid. How many people are becoming IAS officers from Tamil Nadu in comparison to the population? No, you don't want to be an administrator. You want to join an IT company. So people from North India, they are doing IAS, they are getting posted in Tamil Nadu. You see the number of collectors in Tamil Nadu, out of 37 district collectors, 25 are not Tamilians. They learn Tamil from up to coming here. It is compulsory for IAS officer to learn the local language. If they are coming from Bihar and learning Tamil and they're doing interacting with the masses, why you cannot do that? Why can't you go to Bihar and learn Hindi and then be a IAS officer there? There are so many are there. Not that they are not there. But I see the number. I see the mass. So take to administrative services, take to administration, because then take to entrepreneurship in a big way. I'm not telling anything about the Marwari family or the Gujarati family or the Sindhi family. First thing is they are entrepreneurs. Then only they are employees. They don't take up employment. In Gujarat, when I was there for a bank job in my own bank, IDBI bank, we advertised for 100 employees. There were no applicants. They don't want to take a job. They are happy with their own business. Everyone has got 2 or 3 side business there. Either do marketing, share marketing. They earn every day 1,000 rupees in a share market using their mobile. That's all. So there are so many things which are not known to us in Tamil Nadu and other southern states. But gradually things are becoming more informative. The startup fund, we hope next year there will be at least 1,000 entrepreneurs out of the startup fund. It's not going to be an easy job. I am the member, I am the person who is processing as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. Some 2 applications have been received today. Okay. But not many. Okay. Any other question, please? Or we are overstepping to the time? Madam has
Sir, I am Sarveshwaran, sir.
Madam has to tell me whether I can continue or...
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, please tell me.
Sir, I am Sarveshwaran, sir.
Good.
Sir, you said many of the youngsters want to be employees, not the employers.
Not many. The number is decreasing, I said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that they want to be in safer side, sir?
Yeah. Good question. Everybody wants to be in the comfort zone, isn't it? So how many people at my age, I am a retired person, I am getting pension, substantial pension from my employer. I can sit at home, watch the TV, enjoy the luxuries of life. Every day I travel about 80 kilometers to go to Kanchipuram to run my institute, then come back in the evening. People may say that you are a greedy person. No. I always quote the example of the superstar. People say, why is he still acting in movies, sir? At the age of 72, he is doing duet with some young girls. What is wrong in that? What is wrong in that? Is it something which is banned or something? It's not so. Okay. So, it is not necessary that you should... age is not the factor. It is an attitude. As I told you in the beginning, you will have to change your mindset to become an entrepreneur. Suppose you are given 2 options, Sarveshwaran. You get a job, you want to be an employer, an entrepreneur. Normally you choose job. It's a tendency. That tendency to be avoided. You should stick to entrepreneurship. You can go for job for 3-4 years. Suppose you want to take up automobile manufacturing, some part. You go to the automobile unit, work there for 3-4 years, come back, start your own venture. My son, I prevailed over them to become an entrepreneur. He was working in a big company, a German company, getting around 50 lakhs of rupees per year. I impressed upon him. I told him, if you are able to get 50 lakhs, your contribution to the company is 5 crores. HR accounting. If somebody is paying 1 rupee salary, the benefit they get is 10 rupees. So your worth is 10 rupees, not 1 rupee. You are happy with 1 rupee, but your worth is 10 rupees. 10 times. So what we say is that since you do not know your latent worth, your own inherent intrinsic worth, you think 1 rupee is a very big amount. Okay, like IT companies, they are giving 1 lakh. You know, in turn, if they set up their own, most of the clients are from US and other countries. If they set in their own country, they'll have to spend several times. That's why they are doing in India, even for work from home. It is cheaper for them. Outsourcing is cheaper for them than doing within the company. Today, everyone is going for outsourcing. Even in Archie, we have gone for outsourcing. Outsourcing is a way of cutting expenditure. Okay. So, despite all these things, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you have to change your mindset. So, what I said is, today things are changing because of the ecosystem, because of the availability of several avenues for funding. Today, fund is not a factor. Project is not a factor. Up to 10 lakhs, easily I can get you finance under the Mudra scheme. I am the state coordinator. If you don't get loan, we'll refer to the Prime Minister's Secretariat, get it sanctioned by the bank. We are running a cell separately for that. Some 10 guys are working MBA who are studied. So all the applications, if they don't get the loan sanctioned within 10 days, it is referred to the Prime Minister's Secretariat. There is a wing in Delhi. They ask the banks concerned, why you are not sanctioning? Okay. Today the situations are changing even in the banking industry. So the startup environment, the ecosystem is undergoing a radical change. You are all youngsters. See, you are going to see in 5 years' time, India is full of entrepreneurs, not employees. You are going to be employer. Sarveshwaran can give employment to 10 persons, direct and indirect. Why you should be employee of a company? You can provide employment, direct employment, indirect employment. There are so many activities coming up. Export market is opening up. It's not necessary today, the global market. In Archie, when I was there, the MTR people who are having MTR food products, they came and had a joint venture with us to set up a factory for the international market, global markets. Very big unit has come. So that contributing about 10,000, you see the Tirupur, how we are number one there. You see Tirupur 20 years back. There are not so many units. If you want to be an entrepreneur, please visit Tirupur. You just book a ticket, go by train or go by bus. Tirupur, you see how many units are there. If you want, I can get permission for you from one of the companies, PEC company. They are also youngsters like you. Their father started with 1 crore turnover. Prem and Vikram, 2 guys who did engineering in PSG. Today, 1,000 crores turnover. You can meet them. But they are very busy people. They will not come and talk in this forum like that. Because for them, every minute they are making so many crores of rupees. Why I am telling is, had they taken up a job, what would have happened? Today, Tirupur, 1 lakh crores turnover. Tirupur alone. We are catering to the international market. Okay. All the famous brands. Likewise, automobile, Chennai is a hub. Things will improve. Always be positive. Don't go out talk about COVID every time. Things will improve. Economy is looking up. As I told you, the GST turnover is going up. GDP is going up. These are all indicators. Okay. Are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions, please?
Thank you so much for your valuable thoughts, sir. But the sad fact
I'm
that
very.
we are running out of time has led to the limitation of questions at the end of question answer. And and one thing I would like to share, sir, the greatest what you have inspired us is your attitude, sir. Meeting a personality with 40 years of experience and expertise in the field of teaching and entrepreneurship is a great opportunity and a great privilege, sir. And we really feel blessed to be a part of this to be a part of today's workshop.
Certainly, this is only an introductory talk. It has to be continued, Prasadji, Mr. Prasad.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I would request Mr. Prasad to continue this kind of activity. Next stage is business plan preparation. Third stage, how to get bank finance. Fourth thing, we bring some successful entrepreneurs to give pep-up talks who are studied in colleges, who did engineering and all that. So what will happen is, this kind of interaction with the people, periodically, you have an entrepreneur club, as our principal mentioned. You have it on Sundays, where we can bring large number of people. So a small group of dedicated entrepreneurs. We are not expecting any money or anything like that. Say we are, suppose the things improve a lot, we may even meet in some place and have a common, even in our college we can meet. We can have a cup of tea or we can have some snacks, discuss over this one when things are normalized. I'm not talking about this now. Okay, so that will give more interaction. See, one-to-one face, you meet the people, you bring them, the successful entrepreneurs, the government agencies from MSME, some bankers. Today, there is no difficulty in getting people. India is a country with a lot of skilled people and knowledge people. Okay, everybody wants to help the society. We have had WhatsApp group and all that. Prepare a group of WhatsApp group only for people who attended this today's program. DG Vaishnav entrepreneurship group, entrepreneurs group. We go on exchanging ideas. Okay, so that worldwide is a very big movement. In India, it is still gaining momentum. It is not a movement here. In worldwide, in Germany, in Latin American countries and all that, entrepreneurship is the order of the day. They don't take up job. They are all entrepreneurs. But only in India, we think, sir, should I take job or should I become an entrepreneur? No, don't ask this question. Become an entrepreneur. You are creating wealth for our family, for our children. In job also, there is no security today. You will not get peace of mind. There is no job satisfaction in IT companies. They are working under stress. In Chennai, in Madras High Court, more than 50% of the divorce cases are from the IT company working people, IT couples. What does it mean? Why a person is opting for divorce? There is no compatibility between the husband and the wife. So stress, more of stress. There is no communication. So there are the social evils of that taking up job, There are social evils. You are looking at only the salary portion. I am looking at the other side of the coin, the social evils. In entrepreneurship, yes, there are problems. Let there be problems. I know how to solve them. If I cannot solve, I am not the only mentor. For my company in Tirupur, I am not the only mentor. I have got the legal mentor to advise. I got the technology mentor. I got the marketing mentor. All of them are free. We are not charging anything. You can get the list of mentors by going to the msmementor.com. What are the sources? I will tell you. bastmentor.com. They are free. You need not pay any money. They are not consultants. If I developed 100 entrepreneurs, I did not take even 1 rupee from each of them. On the other hand, they came to my house, had coffee with me, had sit chat, and today they are successful. The pleasure a teacher or a mentor gets, like our teachers, like Prasad ji, like our Deepa and all that. When you become entrepreneur, when you go in the BMW car, your teacher may be going on the road, taking up the PTC bus, but you are going in the BMW car. Am I not correct, Deepa madam? Am I not Deepa Balendran? When you see your students climbing up the ladder, become the MD like Ambani's and Mukesh or Anil, you are the first person to feel happy. Isn't it? That is happiness we derive out of that. That when you become a successful entrepreneur, when you are provided so much of employment. See, some of my students are members of parliament today. Members of parliament. They started a lot of industries because I happen to be in North India. So they have become parliament members. So I give them inputs to how to develop entrepreneurship in India. I gave them a write-up. How to develop entrepreneurship in India. How to make people entrepreneurs. Give them stipend. Give them 20,000 rupees per month for 3 years. Then only this came in IIT. 18-month scheme of 20,000, 30,000 rupees. Those who are interested, I will send the details to Mr. Prasad. He will forward to others. Okay. So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to the management and respected principal and the faculty of DG Vaishnava College, well known among the academics as the best college. I always say, if somebody asks me which is the best college, I will say DG Vaishnava. That kind of reputation you are having. So because of the discipline, because of the way the college functions and all that, so it's very happy to address students of one of the renowned institutions of Chennai, not only Chennai, internationally, managed by a very philanthropist, really philanthropist.
His letter stop.
Why is not audible?
Sir, thank you so much, sir. I can honestly say this gathering would not have seen such an inspiring and positive personality. Thank you so much for your inspirational words, sir. And showing gratitude is one of the most simplest yet most powerful things we can do for. Let us be grateful to people like Ramanan sir and our professors who make us wise. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Hereby, I invite Mr. T.K. Prasad sir from MBA department to present the vote of thanks from our behalf.
Sir, it gives me the immense pleasure in proposing vote of thanks for the workshop on entrepreneurship skill, attitude, and behavior development. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our resource person, Dr. M. Ramanan, for his wonderful and inspiring talk. He clearly explained about entrepreneurship skill and how to improve it. The speaker also highlighted the ways to improve the entrepreneurship, suggesting advice from experienced mentors, develop research analytical skills, time management, networking skills to become successful entrepreneur. Hope to see many entrepreneurs in future from our college. I extend my sincere thanks to our secretary, Sri Ashok Kumar Mundra ji, and our principal, Dr. S. Santosh Babu sir, for the constant support and encouragement to all IIC programs. I would like to express my thanks to Dr. P. Vidya, Convener IIC, and Dr. R. Kumaran, Vice President IIC, for the support in organizing this program. I thank Mr. Professor D. Prem Kumar, Startup Coordinator IIC, Dr. K. Rao Prashant Jyoti, Dr. Deepa Balendran, and other startup members who rendered the service in successfully organizing this workshop. I thank other IIC coordinators and members who joined us in this workshop. I would also like to thank all the student coordinators, in particular Pratyusha, for helping in conducting this program smoothly. Faculties and student participants, other invitees, without whom workshop would not be possible. Thank you all.
Yes.
Kindly fill the feedback form. Put it in the chat box to get your certificates. Kindly fill the feedback form. Put it in the chat box. Sir, Raman sir.
Tell me.
Yes, sir. You are connected, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much. Program is over. Program is over.
Yes, sir. I put the official vote of thanks.
Okay.
Now
Thank you.
the feedback form available in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Once again, I thank all the participants. Let us keep in touch. This is only a beginning. So I wish all of you become entrepreneurs. I would like to see all of them as entrepreneurs, not as employees. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming here, sharing your expertise with us. It was indeed a pleasure and an honor. Thank you so much.
Dear friends, please fill the form and leave the meet to get your certificates.
Thank you all.